snatched. Do I don't have this up, but this is by and I'm going to wind it really close together. And I'm going to keep the strand as flat as possible. I'm going to leave it in for about 10 seconds or so. And when I take it out, I'm more So with the clamp, I always have to think about which way I'm going here. So I'm gonna go away. Using the clamp always takes a little bit more practice. Not doing a very good job for you guys. Let's do it like this. This is much easier. There we go. Usually clamp about halfway and then curl up all the way to the root. If that's the look you're going for again, then slide down and wind back up. Slide down again, wind back up, and then kind of go like this to get that tail in. Keep that in again. And here you'll see a different type of curl. This one turns out more like Goldilocks style. So I think, in my opinion, whenever I use the clamp, I know I want to get more of a wave look, and I know that I'm probably going to either use a comb like this to brush them out, and this will drop later on, but it's more of like, so I had it in there for about 10 seconds. If you did a little less, you'd get more of like a wave. Do you see the differences between these? Again, the clamp, you need to practice a little bit, but there we go. But I like knowing that, you know, with a little bit of practice, you can see a curl online, whatever hairstyle it is, and you'll more easily be able to recreate that style easily, just by using your curling iron a little bit differently. And I think they all look great. It's really just your preference and what you're going for that day. So let me show you. Okay. So I'm done with this. What I'm going to do is, I know for me, I live in a place that's very humid, which I talk about a lot. Orlando PETA has this great hairspray that I've also been using a lot. It's their climate change humidity blocking hairspray for frizz control and touchable hold, which I love that phrasing. So hairspraying, you can use as a technique as well. So if you wanted to just like keep your curls looking as is, but you wanted to make sure that they're in place, just switch them, kind of just leave them as is. If you wanted more, this guy's not cooperating with me. I usually use a bobby pin, but it comes out because I have so much hair because it's so long. I'd probably do better with one of those knitting needles that you run through ponytail. For now, I'm going to take it out though. It's a little distracting, but if you wanted to get more volume in whatever look you're doing, whether you have your hair just down, or if you have it in a half pony, if you have it in a ponytail, there's a technique that you can do with your hairspray to get some more volume. Now, there are specific volumizing hairsprays that you can use that you can also use with this technique, but you know, if you have a basic kit or if you don't do your hair a lot but you want some volume, any hairspray will do. You just kind of want to like fan it through almost. You want to move the hair while you are spraying. You see, you get a little bit more volume there, and you just want to play around with it a lot. And do it on like a big section, but that kind of fanning it out as you're spraying it is going to give you some more volume in your look. So just a little technique to share with you guys, because I know a lot of questions I get is how can I grow my hair? How can I make it thicker? Sometimes it's just not possible. Sometimes it's just genetics and your hair is going to do what it's going to do. Um, if that's the case, again, there are so many products, but along with that, like if you don't want to buy a ton of products and have them all over the place like some people do, there are techniques that you can use to, you know, make your hair appear fuller, or, you know, with the hairspray, actually make it fuller with a product. So there's always tips and tricks to whatever you want. So after I do that, so we don't have enough time, but I would just curl the rest of my hair as I would in whatever way that I was doing on the pony here. And after I'm done with that, what I would use is another product by Orlando Pita, which is their Strong Bond Split End Sealant. I also use this all the time. And you also can use this on either damp or dry hair. Again, I've never used this on damp hair yet. I'm assuming when you're blow drying and using a brush to blow dry, it'll just make those ends nice and crisp. I'll try that next time. The next time I wash my hair. But you only need a little bit of this. Comes like whipped. I really like this product. So I just take a little bit and go through the ends. So if you have some gnarly split ends and you don't have time or don't feel like getting a haircut, there's a product for that, and this is a great solution. Just makes everything look polished from top to bottom. Sometimes I go like through the mid ends, especially if I want more of like a messier, looser look or a piecey look. And flyaways, I always get flyaways. And actually, if you wanted to, you could actually use this to tame your flyaways as well, because it has the same consistency as like a pomade. I'll usually use a pomade. Hairspray doesn't do it for me. These guys are very strong and stubborn. So with flyaways, I usually use like either a gloss or a pomade. And if I want something really slicked back, what I'll do is I will run it through my roots before even putting my hair up in the half pony. So I'll just kind of like form where I want the hair to be going, which is up obviously, with the pomade or whatever I'm using, the gloss in my hands. And that's how I get that polished, um, like snatched look, as they say, in a ponytail or a half ponytail before I put it up with a hair tie. Um, so that is probably what I would have done with this look. And then after that, what I would do is spray it just to make sure that the product lays down and is secure. Um, yeah, that is my tip for a really snatched, polished look. I'm trying to think if there's any other like tips I can give you guys when using a curling iron. Um, another thing I'll say is depending on your look again, let's go back to if you want your look to be more fuller, um, and have a bit more density. What I would suggest is if you want like a tight curl pattern, so something that's not like bombshell blowouty, which is going to give you that um, density anyway. What I would suggest is alternating curls. So what does that mean? Normally when you would curl your hair, you want to curl away from your face, so everything's going out. So this side, if I'm using the clamp, see how this is going to go away? The T3 curling iron is great with their clamps and sliding the hair down. I have other curling irons where I try to slide it and it gets caught right in this nook right here. And it just won't slide down. Which is annoying, but with the T3 I don't have that problem. So these curls are going out, and then right next to it I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to go the opposite way. Yeah, so I'm going to go this way towards the face. So if you think about it, if all your curls are going the same way, sometimes they can all like lump together into like one big piece, you know? Which if you're going for that look, it's easy to accomplish that. But if you're not, it can get a little annoying, so you can do them in opposite directions. Just pull these out a bit. So you're getting a little bit more of a fuller look just because everything's going in a different direction. So everything still looks curled, it still looks nice, but it's just going to give you a little bit more dimension. Now, these pieces closer to your face, I would always recommend going out unless you're doing a look, like you know those old Hollywood glam looks where the curls are going like towards your face and then like cascading down. Obviously for that you want to go towards your face, but for any like of your everyday curl looks, go away from the face. And again, if you want a fuller look and to give you a little bit more dimension, um, I would suggest alternating the direction of your curls. If you miss one, it's totally fine. Everything's gonna look kind of like messy, but like a nice messy. Again, if you do the alternating curls and then you do that hairspray technique that I showed you before, everything is just gonna be this beautiful, big, curly moment, and it's gonna look amazing. I guarantee you that. So again, if you are wanting to invest in a really great curling iron, that you can use, that is going to last you forever, I definitely suggest the T3. It's easy to use, and it also is, well, that's about it. It's just easy to use. It's not going to get caught in your hair. And I can't recommend this guy enough. I use this one all the time for whatever curl look that I want to do. This is what I use. Again, I'm always using the PS Danielle tools from the bundle kit. I show you guys these all the time, which are the no crease clips. If you were doing what I see like professional hairdressers do, if they're doing, again, that really snatched look, especially if they're doing like that, it's like that Kendall Jenner Bella Hadid look where it's like you have the part here, but it's still slicked back. So a lot of hairdressers do. PS Danielle has these amazing clips, card clips. They'll like lay this down and clip it here. So it keeps everything in place while you're working on the rest of the hair. So just like when you're trying to maintain your curl shape by holding the curl while it cools down, that's so the shape stays in place. This is kind of like the same concept, just if you're using like a product and you want to make sure it dries down in the shape that you're trying to create, or the slick look that you're trying to create, these will hold it down and keep everything in place. So this is also part of the bundle. So do you see how all these tools, you can look for many different things? That is why I like this bundle so much, and that is why I always suggest to everyone, if you're interested in doing your hair, even if it's just on you, you don't have to be doing it on other people. These are great tools to have in your kit. These, what I just showed you, comes in these long clips and short ones as well, which is great. This company has thought of everything. So, oh, and they also have small cards as well. They don't just have those thick ones. So that is great. And again, Orlando Pita, I talked about this last time, is a brand that I had never heard of before seeing them on Verishop and using their products. And now I see them everywhere. I mean, they've always been there. It's just now I guess I'm recognizing them, and they were great. Every product I've used so far has been really, I love them so much. So definitely part of my everyday kit now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you learned some techniques today, and I hope you all have amazing snatched ponytails or half ponytails, and yeah, so thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next Monday again at 5:30 p.m. and enjoy the rest of your week. Have a safe and healthy rest of the week. I was thinking, is it the end of September already? Not quite yet, but almost. So I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.